let's away from the presidential retreat now. We believe that the committee will do a good work. They will liaise with the National Assembly to ensure, because what we want is a better Nigeria.
Good governance.
That's all, good governance. Yes, the president intervened in the reverse crisis. The PDP governors also intervened. But from the look of things, from what we saw, the youths are occupying the government house, that we will not live here until there is sanity. And
Yes.
governor is saying they will work it out, there will be peace. And Wike is saying nobody can take over his structure. From the look of things, do you see an insight in this crisis? Do you think that there is peace in Rivers State?
First off, the crisis has created employment.
Employment?
For the unemployed youth. If you are, assuming you are working like you are working in ADB, and in the morning you come to your program here, you will not be in that rally. Those who are there, they are assumed to be unemployed. Look at the number of youth trunking out. Assuming they have their employment, they are working in maybe private sector, or they are engaged, or farmers, and they will not be here.
You don't see it
Thousands
as
of
a
youth
spontaneous crowd? You see it as an
leaving your
arranged
job
crowd?
to go for leaving your job to go for a rally for a crowd like this. What will you be getting if it is just for the crowd? What will you be getting thereafter? How will you feed your family? You will lose your job because of this protest for leaving your job to go to join this crowd. So the feud between the governor and his political godfather, the minister of FCT, has created employment for these thousands of unemployed youth. As you can see in your screen, it is alarming. It shows you that actually there is unemployment in Rivers State. Imagine this number of youth today on a working day and a working hour. They are on the street saying they will occupy government house, they will occupy the street until the matter is resolved. When will the issue be resolved? And who is sponsoring them? How did they pay their way? Look at what we are seeing. These youth that are trying to pull down the gate of the speaker of the House of Assembly. What do they want to achieve? This is, you see, thank God that the police was able to intervene and arrested about 150 of them. You see, that is the point we are saying here. Create employment. It shows you that the governor of Rivers State has a lot to do. Much job is in his hand to create employment for these thousands of youth that are there. Whether he is behind the youth coming to protect him, but I doubt if the youth can actually stop his impeachment. Truth is that on Monday he was saved notice of impeachment. By constitution, he has 7 days to respond to the impeachment notice. The youth cannot go there to foil the impeachment. I don't see them doing that. It is only the assembly that can convene a meeting and revoke the notice served on him. Now, this is the issue on ground. Going to the major crisis between the governor and his political godfather is unfortunate. And like I said here in first day the crisis broke out here, I said it is good that this war is fought at the beginning of this government, so that the governor will now take charge and know that he is now the governor of the state. There is no right-thinking person who will allow himself to be caged and to be told, don't go to so meeting, go to so meeting, inherit my enemies, my political enemies. If you know who are my enemies, don't meet with them. If you do that, I will see you as trying to hand over my structure to somebody else. This is what is happening in Rivers State. Purely the issue of trust. The governor, the ex-governor had thought that he will continue to pocket the governor whom he groomed from the civil service and brought him into active politics, despite all protests, despite all maverick activities of other politicians who wanted to outsmart him to get themselves the ticket of the PDP. He never allowed that to happen. Again, I have said this before and I'm saying it again, the party PDP should come in now and take charge of the system and take charge of the governance of Rivers State. The governor of the state belongs to a political party. The minister of FCT belongs to a political party called the PDP. It is now time for the PDP to take charge. And if the minister of FCT is in PDP, he should be made to operate within the ethics, within the rules governing the party, PDP. If he is in APC, he should officially cross capital, enter APC and remain there. There is no, again, telling us that it is about that the crisis is an internal party affair. Which of the party? Is it a PDP affair or APC affair? That is the point. But I'm happy that the president, timely enough, had waded into the crisis. And for me, the 32 members of the House of Assembly should meet immediately, and either they continue with their impeachment or they revoke the impeachment served on the governor, and then the chief judge that was purportedly removed. Of course, we have said that was null and void, and ultra-virus should not, should be allowed to operate as the chief judge. Then the police should take off their role, because on Monday the governor told us that he was fired at by the DC, and then the CP was in a conference in Owerri, and we are asking questions. What is the role of the police? Like we're asking in the case of the Imo State. Why is the police normally caught in this political trap? Why do we want the police ought to be a neutral body, even though the president appoints the IGP and the political commission appoint the CPs. They are answerable to the IG. The IG is answerable to the president. It's not enough for the state governor to be molested, fired at, harassed by the police, who are ought to work with the governor, who by constitution is the chief security officer of the state.
Yeah, Apostle. When the governor is saying, the FCT minister is saying that nobody can take over my structure, and we are looking at peace. Who are the people, and where are the structures? Who are the structures, and what does he intend? What does he expect from the governor? If you give somebody appointment now,
what I am saying,
or you are removing somebody, you are tampering with the structure of your boss, or your godfather. So I mean, is there any insight from the look of things?
Well, as you have rightly answered part of the questions that. Before the president appointed Mr. Nyesom Wike to be a minister, we keep on saying in different fora that I said that when you want to appoint a person, do not operate on sentiments. Look at the quality of the person and even disposition of the person. The manner and courage. Because for what I knew about
Wike has been a local government chairman, has been a governor.
No, but there's nothing wrong. And the chief of staff to a person, he said he appointed a governor.
He minister of state before.
I said
before now that so he's a minister.
There's no difference between him and his character. Everyone has our own idiosyncrasy. We all have our own mannerism. But the one about it is that I said it again and again that the president should appoint ministers who will always be subject to him and giving him the normal respect. Let me tell you, if Wike himself have respect to the president and the office of the president, he knows that he's a minister of Federal Republic. A minister of Federal Republic will not go to Rivers State, it's your own state. Someone has just said you brought in the person and forced on the Rivers PDP. Of course, as your accountant general, for one reason or the other, when you appoint accountant general to take over from you, you know what that means. With the insinuations of the 117 billion with the EFCC.
He was elected by the...
No, what I mean is that he brought him the person to get the ticket. When you
say imposition,
no, that is imposition.
He was appointed.
Okay, whatever I'm saying is this. That is the same person that Rivers people say, why should you... the opposition in Rivers State, APC, told Wike, you are bringing the accountant general to cover you up. Because EFCC had a case with them on the issue of 117 billion naira. When Fubara was there, of course, they threatened to even arrest him. I know what had happened. But then, Wike, you want, under 6 months, the person should be thrown out because it's not playing your card. But you are sitting down also confirming that you don't joke with your structure when you are under Mr. President as a minister. For me, they mean a president calling on Wike with Fubara in the government Aso Rock to discuss anything. But to me, yes, the president cannot be me. But to me, it does not show that Wike has any outer of respect to the Mr. President for this action. You know, we don't forget about the time of Mbu, when somebody was a minister too. We don't forget the dark days of Mbu in Rivers State against your boss, Amechi. We don't forget most of those things. And today, the same thing is playing up where a sitting governor, I watched it on the television screen, how a sitting governor was tear gas. And then water cannons were being pumped on a sitting governor. The same Mbu old days to Amechi. So you want these days to continue. Mr. President could have, as a matter of fact, it's not too late for him to sack Mr. Wike, so that there will be peace in his
the governor
cabinet.
is saying that it's an internal affair.
No, that's what I'm, excuse me. The
It will be resolved.
why should the president call them? If it was internal affairs.
When the president is
And you are
He's the
embarrassing.
father of Nigeria.
The father of
He's the father of
We
Nigeria.
were here, we called the president to call him. We came and said the president should invite him.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Doesn't
That
matter.
is your
Intervene,
opinion.
yes.
Yeah, we
I said that is your opinion.
And the
So it does,
president, and the president has
So,
responded
from
to
your
what
own
we said.
perspective, the
excuse
president
me.
shouldn't
Your
have even
opinion
invited
does
him.
not
No, we
take
wanted the
over my
president
opinion.
to
I don't know why you.
to avoid
You see,
crisis.
interjecting
No,
on
what we are
I
saying.
gave you how long time? You
It's not
said
about
you are
this.
over.
You were saying that all politics is local.
But
The
what I'm
governor
asking you
has-
is that I gave you enough time, and in fact, courtesy of your closer friend, he gave you enough time to talk.
Wait,
Now
we
I
are
want to
giving
tell you
time.
something.
We are
No,
looking
no.
at the issue as a
Excuse me.
family.
Why are you interjecting?
No, I'm not interjecting.
You are
We
interjecting
just-
because
we're
of
just-
what?
We're just telling you that the president.
No,
Who is that the we? Who the we?
said the
is
president
there
should
anything
intervene.
What
wrong
I'm
with
asking
the
you, Francis,
president?
is who the we? You
We
say
were
we
here, the
are.
president should intervene. And the president
Excuse me.
intervened.
I'm
So
asking
this is
you,
what
who
matters.
are the we?
We were here.
You
as a
and
panel.
interviewer?
As a panel.
Panel, we're here as a panel.
Okay,
On
you
both
and
the-
the
But
interviewer.
Is there,
So
is
that is
there,
the we.
is there anything,
Okay, that is two against
is
one.
there,
President
is there
is to
anything
us.
wrong with the
I-
president
I think-
intervening? No, that is
No,
not
that
the
is what
issue.
you feel. I am telling you that when you bring in a person who does not give you respect, even in my home, I discipline you. That's my issue without bias.
Okay.
That's my issue is that does Wike, before you contemplate
As
all
a
these
member of the
issues,
Federal Executive
that's what I'm
Council.
talking about. This is master-servant relationship. I said here on this program, on this platform, that Wike will never respect anybody. That's my opinion, because of antecedents. Now he has come to play. Before you start all this impeachment process, as a sitting minister, you should have recourse that you should give respect to the president. So the issue of calling him to say, okay, come and talk about the crisis, go and solve the crisis, is uncalled for. You fire the person and bring in a better person from Rivers State. There are people there to operate. That's my take about it. Nigerian issue is that we talk about sentiments and leaf figures and talk about facts. Does he respect the when you started this thing, how do you feel the president will feel? And then the worst thing is that he addressed the press and justifying that he doesn't want his political position to be shaken. So now Wike has become an institution instead of an individual. So that is not good for our democracy. That's my think about it. So they should resolve this matter. House of Assembly now, for the fifth fault of information, the Court of Competent Jurisdiction has stopped the impeachment of the governor. That is the truth about it.
Yeah.
That's correct. So that impeachment will not go on. But I know, even when it is being resolved, do you see the arson, destruction of property, the hallowed chamber of the National Assembly, Rivers State House of Assembly. It was gutted by fire. What a colossal waste. Just because of what somebody felt I initiated. Who is going to build it? It's a commonwealth of the Rivers people. And then you see people on the streets. People who were on the streets are not jobless people. They are people that are showing solidarity. You say they are going to get money. How much were they paid?
Well, before we, you have something
Yes,
briefly.
I wanted to say this. You see, first we must know that we have three arms of government: the executive, legislature, and the judiciary. And Montesquieu, a French philosopher, and gave a theory that the power separation must be an integral part of democracy. The executive arm of government must operate independent of the judiciary. Likewise, the legislature. So I was saying this, I'm bringing this up to say that no court in Nigeria can stop the legislature from carrying out their legislative duty. The impeachment of the governor of the state, or any state for that matter, can still run if the assembly members intend that it should run. because they have the power.
It's an interlocutory injunction which will be vacated in 7 days.
Even stop. It doesn't even stop the assembly from doing their job. The function of the assembly is to do law for the good governance of the state. Now, what the assembly what the governor will do, what the court case will do, will run up to the Supreme Court. That's why you had the likes of Peter Obi, who had a similar matter in Anambra State. You have other governors who were impeached.
Ladoja
And the rest. So it has to run up to the Supreme Court. No court can stop the assembly, legislature from carrying out their function. Likewise, no court can also stop the judiciary from doing its own function. What the assembly is doing is what they were elected to do. If they feel that what they want to do is not for the interest of the state, they can on their own sit again and revoke what they have done in line with the Nigerian constitution. That is one. Number two, all politics are local. The former governor of the state, Wike, is entitled to having his political structure in his own state, in his own ward, in his own local government, and even his own village. It doesn't conflict with the president of Nigeria. His action does not conflict or insult the president to warrant his sack. What he's doing is that he is trying to also protect his own office as the minister, because he is there, because he has a structure.
But when you say, you cannot condone anybody tampering with your structure. What tantamount to tampering?
It becomes an institution.
I started here by saying that
it becomes an institution.
I said by saying that the party should step in and take charge. The party should step in and take charge. Now, where is the PDP, where Wike is supposed to belong to, and the governor is supposed to belong to? The party ought to have stepped in and called both men and said the structure is within the party. We are in charge here. If Wike respect the rule of law, respect the principle that the party is supreme, Wike should obey his party. But Wike is neither in PDP nor APC. That's why I asked, which of the party does he belong? So I'm not here to justify Wike's action, but I'm saying that what he has done does not conflict with the president, with his function as a minister, and that doesn't warrant his sack until shown that what he's doing in the state affects his function as a minister. I can now join to say he should be sacked.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, away from that, we are in the second part of our program. We are looking at Nigeria police performance reforms, and we still have a newspaper updates for you. Join us after the break.
Jama'a ina kwanan mu Nigeria barkamu da safe.
Ikwi Nigeria Omamurioke Wado.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ ilé gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Oòduà.
Ibome Mesilikpo Wewa wa Molemude Lagetson, Nigeria.
Good morning, Nigeria. Give a fresh spark to your day with our all-new breakfast show.